Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my reading journey. Today we are finishing the moment of victory, finally. And let's just do this. Our company went back to San Agustin when the war was over. There wasn't anywhere else for it to go. And what do you think? The old town notified us in print by wire cable, special delivery, and the black man named Saul sent on a grey mule to St. Anthony that they was going to give us the biggest blowout, complimentary, alimentary, and elementary that ever disturbed the Kildees on the sand flats outside the immediate contiguity of this city. I say we, but it was all meant for ex-private captain de facto and colonel-elect Willie Robbins. The town was crazy about him. They notified us that the reception they were going to put up would make the Mardi Gras in New Orleans look like an afternoon tea in Barry St. Edmunds with the curates owned. Well, the St. Augustine Rufus got back home on scheduled time. Everybody was at the depot giving forth Roosevelt Democrat. They used to be called rebel yells. There was two brass bands and the mayor and schoolgirls in white frightening the streetcar horses by throwing Cherokee roses in the street. And, well, maybe you've seen a celebration by a town that was inland and out of water. They wanted Brevet Colonel Willie to get into a carriage and be drawn by prominent citizens and some of the city aldermen to the armory, but he stuck to his company and marched at the head of it up Sam Houston Avenue. The buildings on both sides was covered with flags and audiences, and everybody hollered Robbins or Hello Willie as we marched up in the files of force. I never saw an illustrator looking human in my life than Willie was. He had at least 7 or 8 medals and diplomas and decorations on the breast of his hockey coat. He was sunburned the color of a saddle, and he certainly done himself proud. They told us at the depot that the courthouse was to be illuminated at 7:30, and there would be speeches and chili con carne, who knows, at the Palace Hotel, sorry. Miss Delphine Thompson was to read an original poem by James Whitcomb Ryan, and Constable Hooker had promised us a salute of 9 guns from Chicago that he had arrested that day. After we had disbanded in the armory, Willie says to me, "Want to walk out a piece with me?" Why, yes, says I. If it ain't so far, then that we can't hear the to tumult, you know, and the shouting die away. I'm hungry myself, says I, and I'm pining, pining for some home grub, but I'll go with you. Willis steered me down some side streets till we came to a little white cottage in a new lot with a 20 by 30-foot lawn decorated with brick bats and old barrel staves. Halt and give the countersign. Halt. Halt. Give the countersign, says I to Willie. Don't you know this dugout? It's the bird's nest that Joy Granbury built before he married Mira Allison. What you going there for? But Billy already had the gate open. He walked up the brick walk to the steps, and I went with him. Mira was sitting in a rocking chair on the porch, sewing. Her hair was smoothed back, kind of hasty, and tied in a knot. I never noticed till then that she had freckles. Joy was at one side of the porch in his shirt sleeves with no collar on and no signs of a shave, trying to escape out a whole amount of brick bats and tin cans to plant a little fruit tree in. He looked up but never said a word, and neither did Mira. Willie was sure, dandy looking in his uniform with the medals strung on his breast and his new gold-handled sword. You'd never have taken him for the little white-handed snipe that the girls used to order about and make fun of. He just stood there for a minute, looking at Mira with a peculiar little smile on his face, and then he says to her, slow and kind of holding on to his word with his teeth, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe I could if I tried." That was all that was said. Willie raised his head, and we walked away. And somehow, when he said it, I remembered all of a sudden the night of that dance with Willie brushing his hair before the looking glass and Mira sticking her head in the door to guy him. When we got back to South Houston Avenue, Willie says, "Well, so long, Ben. I'm going down home and get off my shoes and take a rest." "You?" says I. "What's the matter with you? Ain't the courthouse jammed with everybody in town waiting to honor the hero? And 2 brass bands and recitations, and flags and jacks, and grab to follow waiting for you," Willie sighs. "All right, Ben," says he. Darned. If I didn't forget all about that. And that's why I say, concluded Ben Grinder, that you can't tell where ambition begins any more than you can tell where it's going to wind up. All right. The story has ended. I just barely understood what's happened. But anyway, we continue. We continue with the next story tomorrow. See you. Bye.